And I don't think there's anything else that I have to do. That's why I made a checklist. That's why I followed the checklist. We should be live now. Yes, we are. Hello, comrades, and welcome to episode. Oh, you know what? I can't even say that. I can't say episode anymore because I wanted to formalize the season thing. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 17 of the Terminus podcast. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. We are looking at a beautiful view of Boston. I do have one co-host for now, although we may have more later.
Hey,
Hey, it's TJ again. That's actually, you know what? I guess you don't need to say who you are if you don't want to. If you want to remain, well, not anonymous, but you've got
I
if you just don't feel like it, I've got you
the
in the corner of the
mystery,
screen. Yeah. I don't know
the
who
mystery.
I don't know who this person could be actually. They kind of snuck in here.
I snuck in with a gun. I said,
Whoa.
put on. I said, put on the Boston camera. Um, Make sure it has the most annoying stock jazz music beneath it, and start the podcast. And I will not introduce myself. That's what I said before we started.
Anyway, oh, I need to actually update the camera link in the cargoes document, but the cargoes document is available in the description of the show. Uh, and yeah, let me grab the link to this camera if anybody wants to watch along. We have a little bit for the mental responsibility and a little bit of news. We'll see how this all shakes out, and we'll see if we get other co-hosts in today. If we get any audience members that want to bring up pieces of railroad news, everyone is welcome to do so. You can join us at theironhorseman.com/discord. And oops, that's interact. That's not what I want to do. And you can bring your own railroad news, or you can use what we have. You know, you can play with what we've got. The Class 1 mantle responsibility has two entries. Only one is an actual Class 1. Although we do have a follow-up from a previous incident, which we will get to after this. Union Pacific had a pretty rough-looking derailment near the Salton Sea. It's in Southern California, right? Um,
I think that's in GTA 5.
yeah, I you might be right. I never spent a lot of time wandering around in GTA 5. I pretty much just went straight to the casino. Um, and yeah, they had a kind of messy looking derailment. It was 20 cars. There was a hazmat team. Um, Thankfully, no hazmat was spilled, and it doesn't say anybody was injured, so that's always good. Uh, Usually they open with that. I'm surprised it doesn't say, you know, no one was hurt or a certain number of
Gotta
people
bury
were
the
hurt.
lead so you scroll down.
Yeah, I know. I'm scrolling past all the advertisements right now. But yeah, so they were cleaning that up as of the 20th, which was the update to the May 18th derailment. Although what's interesting is, or what's notable is, Union Pacific had not had a recorded derailment on the show since January. So they hung on for a while. If you know of a derailment, you can drop it to us in our Terminus News channel on the Discord. Um, we also had a major Ferromex derailment. This is in the non-class 1 section. 24 cars. Although the way this description is written, like screams ChatGPT to me. So I don't really trust it at all. Um, but it's a crazy video, that's for sure. There's just freight cars going everywhere.
Maybe it's AI. It's an AI video too.
Oh, we will get to that. There's something about that we should probably talk about on this
Ooh.
episode. Um, but that is the class 1 mantle responsibility. Um, yeah, the video of the Paramex wreck is straight up crazy. But the class 1 mantle a couple weeks ago, or was it last week? No, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I can hear you crunching. Um,
Oh, I'm not crunching. I'm opening a bag of pizza dough.
oh, I thought you were just like, going to town on
Just
some
going
chips or
ham.
something, and I was like, damn. Uh,
That would be really funny to do the whole podcast, though. It's crunch. Ow! Oh, I have a blister on my finger from chores earlier. Oh.
damn. No, we got an article about that CN train backing into the city of New Orleans. From Trains Mag. Let me see if I can access the whole thing. But
Man, hasn't that city been through enough?
uh, so there was okay. There's a handy little diagram here. I'm gonna put the diagram up on the screen if I can. Yeah, this is a JPEG, so it'll work. Oh, I've still got images from last podcast in the sort of hopper here. Whatever the heck we were talking about. I already know some of the things that we're gonna end up talking about. Shoot, Mossy crashed, didn't he? Mossy's having a rough time. Mossy and Mason are both in and out of the Railroader server. I don't know what's going on. So, okay. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. I'm gonna get rid of the very beautiful pictures of 11 that we had from last episode. And you can see how the CN train was switching near the city of New Orleans, which the city of New Orleans I believe was moving away from this work that was being done. Or yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So the CN train uh believed the collision was resistance from an air brake problem, so they pulled forward and reversed again. Uh the Amtrak train had advanced past a restricting signal at restricting speed and then stopped when it saw the CN train. Um Okay, so no, they had been moving towards the stationary cut of cars, and then the CN train knuckled into the cars and then pushed them back into the front of the Amtrak train. Uh, and it led to a handful of minor injuries, probably just people getting knocked about. Um, so that's kind of, I guess nobody was protecting the shove then, huh? Because
Yeah.
Hello.
How does yeah, that's like some like railroader but type behavior.
yeah, uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this happens. Um, Railroader type behavior is right. The train was backing up to pick up its conductor, who had directed the switching moves from the ground when it struck the Amtrak train, is what it says. But wouldn't that conductor be on the back of? Oh, okay. No, I get it. The conductor was trying to get back in the locomotive, so they were backing the whole train up to get the conductor over to the locomotives. And yikes. Yeah, okay. So they were unaware of anything being behind their train and they just ran right into it. That's not ideal. You don't want to do that. Also, hi,
Yeah, I
Jader.
think maybe the dispatcher would be like, "Hey, yo, you guys got something behind you. Be careful."
Yeah, maybe. Uh, one would hope. There was something about well, because the Amtrak train had passed a restricting signal, right? Um, and the freight train had dispatch permission to do switching moves, but yeah, I guess they backed up past the end of their they backed up past where the end of the 21 car cut was. Uh, it doesn't say that Amtrak had sort of informed dispatch it was going past the restricting signal, but I don't
You
know.
think they could see that though, right?
Uh, well, maybe not, because if Amtrak is in the same block as the freight cars,
Oh, I
then
guess yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jader, you should be able to let yourself in. I thought I heard him for a minute. I must have been hallucinating.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was
oopsie.
in.
oh, okay. I was
I
gonna
got
say I
that.
looked down. You're back in the audience, and you're like, "Oh, I'm ready." It's like you can be more than ready. You can be in here.
I don't know how technology works.
That's okay. I understand. I don't either. That's currently what I've been grappling with in Railroader. I don't know how anything works. I'm just sitting here with a server, and people are connecting and disconnecting and crashing and uncrashing. Uh, I honestly do not know what is going on.
And here I am
Um,
trying to make pizza dough without ripping it in half. Oh, the Downeaster's leaving.
this is a
Hello,
cool
hold on.
camera. Hello, Ryan.
Just give me a sec. I didn't want to show that I was lackadaisical. So, for
Oh,
one,
we knew
I'm
you
just
were
gonna
gonna
have to
get here
climb the
eventually, and
stairs.
honestly, if you hadn't made it, it would have been okay. We would have lived. Uh, you
Yeah,
know,
Toby,
take your
No.
time to get in here.
don't eat my crackers, sir.
hold on, give me a
uh,
moment.
Show me his
Just
crackers.
oh, we also had something. I guess I missed this for the mantle. Amtrak hit an 18-wheeler in Missouri somewhere. Um,
Sir.
which, yeah, Missouri, and uh, as far like the there is a video from above that shows the 18-wheeler in a ditch, and the Amtrak train is nowhere to be found. It's just hit and run. Uh, so clearly the train was fine, although they did say, yeah, there were no reports of serious injuries, um, and the passengers were all given charter buses, which is, I don't know, that's kind of an interesting precaution. Usually the train just keeps going, right? Maybe it messed up one of the locomotives. Maybe it broke the windshield or something. There's also a note in this article about, please, the importance of obeying the law and exercising caution around railroad tracks, uh, and Operation Lifesaver and all that stuff. And yeah, that's certainly something that we echo here a lot, which is that almost all accidents between trains and cars are very preventable. Don't go around the gates. Don't try to beat the train. Just be patient. Wait. Especially an Amtrak train's going to be by in 30 seconds.
That is true.
Yeah.
I had no idea we actually started. I did not get the ping, but
Toby.
so so Amtrak had an
Oh.
uh-oh.
Amtrak had an uh-oh. You missed. We were just talking about the incident from a couple weeks ago where the
Toby.
Canadian National train backed into the Amtrak train.
Stop looking at my crackers.
But is what it is.
There we go. Wow.
Yeah.
Quite eventful. I've requested access, by the way.
Oh, okay. I will give you access.
Thank you.
We
I
also
don't
have
mean to come in here so. Oh, sorry. You continue.
we also have a hand up in the audience, so we'll let Cody in with whatever news that he has while I get you access to the document.
Thank you.
Well, for one, just for right now, it's on the topic of Amtrak and crossings.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason why we have Operation Lifesaver. See tracks, think train. Please keep
Yeah.
that in mind, people. Please do not play around at crossings.
It's all very preventable.
Even at my Heritage Railroad, we literally have a crossing right outside of our yard, and yeah, we're only going yard speed, not even across the crossing. We still have people trying to beat the gate.
Yeah.
That's no
There's
good.
even times that the gate has been broken by people because the crossing gate went down.
Huh.
Well, it's better to break the gate than be hit by a train.
Yes, but still, that's a lot of money for uh all primarily volunteer run organization.
Yes, well that is true. That is true. Don't be smashing through gates. But when it comes to most of the time, if you're going to get trapped in the gates, and I saw this video of a semi truck that got stopped at a crossing and the gate came down in between the cab and the trailer, and the driver gets out and looks at the gate, and then the truck gets hit by the train, and people are hesitant to sort of do what you need to do and just go or back up or pull forward or whatever, because breaking the gate is better than causing a collision.
Like if you're in between the gates, yeah, break it. But the thing is, they were on the opposite side of the gate without on the not being on the tracks. They just busted through the gates.
Yeah, well, don't do that.
You know, with all this talk about Operation Lifesaver, you know, the guys with 614 have the greatest, most funniest opportunity right now. Now listen, I know CSX doesn't play a lot of ball. Well, they play a little bit more ball than NS nowadays, but think about it. What if we have the Chessie, what is it? The what was it called? The Operation Lifesaver, the Chessie, no, the
Chessie Safety Express. Yes.
Wait, it's the Chessie Safety Express 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, you sound really echoey.
Oh, I do.
At least to me.
Rats. Wait, I've got an idea. But terribly sorry about that. Again, I was kind of coming in here very. I forgot. I had no idea what we started because I didn't get the ping, and I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to ruin the mojo. But it would be nice for a second Operation Lifesaver series of excursions. They just don't do that anymore, do they?
Operation Lifesaver excursions, Operation Lifesaver wraps and stuff. You could see more of that stuff around. Just like plaster it on everything.
That I think because now as I am one of the people that or of the later generation that are now becoming adults. Sorry to age everyone.
Damn.
I think it's very important for people to learn about Operation Lifesaver again, to keep people who are now and in future to be aware of things that are very dangerous involved in trains.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that was a really good campaign. It was a very good and straightforward message, and it definitely should still be something that we talk about a lot.
Out of curiosity, is this Jader? Is this better for the microphone?
Yeah.
Or just the audio quality? Okay, very good.
It is better.
Thank you.
It's a little louder too. Let me fix that.
Sorry, I transferred to my interview microphone. So.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
But
what would you say is your greatest weakness?
I think my greatest weakness is not realizing when the podcast starts and coming in here all crazy like a chicken with his head cut off. But on the topic of Operation Lifesaver, it's genuinely very interesting that they don't you don't I think the last major thing they put on, I think the most two notable things that they've done in recent history is the really cool P-42, no, the yellow one. I think that's Operation Lifesaver at least. As well as I think they put on an NS-9 their decal, of the crossing gate.
Mm-hmm.
But besides from that, you don't see their branding anywhere remotely close to where it would be effective.
No, it was nice to see in this article there's actually a link for Operation Lifesaver. If I can go back to the article wherever I just had it. And
yeah,
it's good that it's getting a shout out.
Also, I will put this into
Yeah.
I'll put this into the public thread. But here's the bomb ass P42 that they did.
Oh, let me. I will have to pull that up on the screen. Oh, I have that in here. Uh,
Oh, that's
Uh,
so cool.
Operation
and
Lifesaver.
then
Go ahead.
and then at some point, when we get to the other UP news that happened, I think it was this. I would like to talk about that.
Oh gee, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have another. I mean, we're gonna have another entire episode dedicated to heritage units, aren't we? Dedicated to vigorous heritables. Let me put this in the.
Yeah.
Let me put this up for everybody to see. Why not? The C-Trax Think Train. Is this an? This is an Amtrak unit. I feel like I've seen this one around. I mean, it's under wires, right? So this is this picture is in
gets
Connecticut. So
It gets around. I think it was I think it's been spotted at this point all over the country. It's not like I think one of the interesting thing is that you'll find that some of Amtrak's heritage units will get bottled up. Like they will not leave a certain route for like months at a time. But for I think this unit's actually had a very widespread routing, which I think actually helps contribute to the message significantly.
And on that topic of spreading the message, I think it would be better if Amtrak got a few more painted in this livery, so that way they're not just having the one that has to be everywhere at once. So that way
Yeah.
they have multiple that can be everywhere at once.
it helps. It helps that it's a really cool looking livery.
Speaking
think
of
the
cool liveries, I also want to add one more thing to this. So, Atlas did do their own take at like an Operation Lifesaver, just like engine,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna put it in Terminus podcast public thread. And I know we've got some people here who know graphic design. I just want to point out the use of papyrus font on this, and the
Oh my
fact
God.
that yeah, it kind of looks like a DLS reskin.
If
You know
so,
what?
you
Yeah.
can
It does,
buy
but
this.
it's really cool though.
Papyrus.
They made it in Train's paint shed.
Oh
No,
yeah,
really.
never forget.
And the cool thing is, for all of you modelers who need a caboose to go with your train, fear not, because you also can get a caboose with the same damn font on it.
It's bad enough that they did the 50 years of rail safety in Papyrus, or really like any unusual and very non-railroady font, right? I like that is strange enough, unusual enough, but that they also put the URL for the website in Papyrus font is a little much. I don't know what the word is.
It's attention grabbing. I'll say that.
it's
True, fair enough.
Oh God, yeah, it's doing the job, I guess. Now they need to just make even more obnoxious stuff. It needs
Don't
What?
give BLI any ideas.
Oh, we need to have like
Oh,
the
God.
Dazzle Camo, the Dazzle Camo Operation Lifesaver unit, just like the eye-catching. They need a graphic designer to design a scheme that takes your eye and directs it towards Operation Lifesaver.
Yes, actually, speaking of, now that we've got the since we're on the topic, very interesting news out of BLI
Oh no.
itself. Very interesting news out of BLI itself. I'm gonna forward this to the Terminus public thread because I feel it's relevant. If we're looking for eye-catching paint schemes, some of these might do the trick.
Oh dear.
I don't.
The Rex will
Some of these are really
Everything
cool.
else
Other
is
ones are like,
No.
Oh
The
God.
reason the reason we can link this back to Operation Lifesaver is because
Moonbeam McSwine.
that's the exact one I was thinking of. Because it's
That's a
okay.
cool
So
name,
I'll be
though.
on. It is. The reason I say that is because we want a one. I understand it's supposed to be a reference to World War II, and Dazzle was not really that big of a thing in the Second World War. But the thing that the thing is that I think it's an
ice cream.
Stop.
that too. I thought it's eye catching enough. It's one of the because BLI kind of has this new thing where they're taking designs from like Spitfires and Mustangs and all these very classic World War II planes and famous pilots, and they're putting them on like a big boy or something. And I'll be honest with you, it's very hit or miss. But with these, I think it works quite well. And the reason I bring this up in conjunction with junction with Operation Lifesaver is because I genuinely think that like especially the what is it Moonbeam McSwine, like the basic principles of having like a very curvy engine. So I think like today's parallel would be like a Charger or something in that very eye-catching silver and blue. I think has some currency.
I don't like that. I don't like the way they did it at all.
Yeah,
The Century Green Fantasy Paint is a little
That's
just
the one
don't
I'm gonna
understand.
pre-order.
Like
No!
the Moonbeam McSwine engine, like the lines don't go with the engine at all.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it looks like they took
Yeah.
it off of something else and just threw it onto this engine.
yeah. Why is the entire like fender not silver? Why does the
Yeah,
blue
like
go
why did they
halfway
not
down the side
line?
of the engine?
Yeah, why did they not line it up with the whatever that's called?
Okay, I will say though the what is it, the one bottom far right, the cool graphic they have on the shrouding, or at least the skirt, is pretty neat.
I was gonna say the red tails looking one.
Yeah, that's
the
yeah,
invasion
right,
the
tail.
invasion stripes. I mean, invasion stripes does work on locomotives. We've seen it before. What was it? Canadian Pacific did the Air Force unit or whatever it was with the invasion stripes on the rear end, and that looked pretty good. It was also one of the better applications of camo on a locomotive, which is tough to get right. Um, the pacemaker is decent. The lightning stripes is good. The Rexall locomotive, of course, is good. Uh, I don't like the green, and I don't really like how the
Why?
camo works. I just don't like that color. I don't think it's a good color.
What?
Uh,
You don't?
No.
Aw, come on.
I don't think it's a
It's
good
the
color.
pinnacle of it's the pinnacle of futurism. How could you be such a you little
I just don't like it.
whippersnapper? I'm
I don't like
sorry. No, fair
Brunswick
enough.
green is the superior green.
no,
Those are
no,
fighting words.
Pansy Green.
Where's the
Pansy Green is the better green.
that is Brunswick green.
Oh.
But also,
I was
what
thinking of the British Brunswick.
is the brown one? Improved engine green, or something
Oh.
like that.
Oh, you mean what is it? No, that was on the London Brighton and
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Coast.
yeah, that one.
The improved engine green that isn't green. It's
Yeah,
yellow.
exactly.
That's the one.
There's so
I
many
think we
there's
all
so
know the
many
best green.
greens. What's the best green? Is it Baldwin green, or are you gonna post something about 11 again?
It is Baldwin green, but no, I will.
I mean, we sadly do not have any 11 updates today. No 2-foot updates.
Hashtag they were green.
All right. Are we gonna talk about it? Are we gonna talk about the other commemorative locomotives?
I think we have
Yeah.
to. We're in that right frame of mind.
I can't save an image because it's a gosh darn WebP. If somebody could grab an image of
I'll do it.
the
Hold on.
America
I have
250
this-
engine, which is
I have
basically
photos of the other presidential units.
yeah.
'Cause
The
the-
other ones. We can compare and contrast.
All right.
Yes.
Alice, if you redirect your attention to Terminus podcast, we've got Cody has posted the Abraham and the Bush. I've got
Okay, we're gonna start with the the 1776.
This is a weird one. I'm gonna be honest.
I- It's just normal Union Pacific with a little sticker on the front. This is what I expected out of BNSF.
Well,
No,
it's
no,
not normal. Oh, sorry. Continue.
it's not just, it's like, it's normal Union Pacific with a sticker on the front, 3 stars behind the cab, and a big flag. That is it.
Union Pacific used to always do the big flag. I know they moved away from that,
Yes,
right?
that was.
That's why this just
Yeah, they moved away from that, but
as someone who's used to the UP with the big flag, I live out east. I don't see UP very often. It's just to me, it's just a normal Union Pacific locomotive. Except if you look really close, it says America 250. Again, this is the kind of stuff I would expect out of low effort BNSF.
The one thing that I
Yeah.
will give it though is that it's got the really eye-catching silver trucks.
The silver trucks.
that's all UP engines.
No, UP engines. Their trucks are a gray.
Some are silver.
I mean, what is silver other than shiny gray?
I like shine. Okay. The fact that they went through the effort to shiny them up and make them appear very silver, I think I mean, UP one is a very freshly painted, scheme. It's very sharp. It actually kind of reminds me of the E units from way back when.
Call me boring, but I get I am. Hold on, let me scroll back to this. I'm not a huge fan of undercarriages that aren't just simple, aren't black, or I mean the silver is fine. Silver and gray are fine, but we talked about one of the other 250th units that came out in the past couple of weeks, and it's just the whole bottom is blue, and I don't understand why that's necessary.
Yeah, it's just, as someone who lives in a Union Pacific trackage area, this just looks like a normal unit with a very historical number and a sticker on the side.
Yeah. Also,
There's nothing special about it.
well, considering UP moved away from the flag on the side of the locomotive, right? And if you ignore the
Yeah,
sticker,
but-
this is it's a return to form, right? This is a heritage unit
True.
of it harkens back to a previous scheme. God, I can't believe I'm not advocating for that point of view, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, but technically
No.
correct.
Technically
Is
correct,
that an
but
SD?
no.
Is that an SD70?
I think so.
Apparently,
Let me
our
look at
diesel
the
expert is
actual
sick.
link
So.
of the. Let me look at the link that I sent with the announcements of these 2 locomotives.
Yeah, I will put
Definitely,
the
diesel, that's for sure.
Yep, it's one of them diesels.
Yeah, yeah.
Coughs and sneezels spread diseasels.
And then the other unit.
Boy.
I'm
Do we
gonna.
have to- do we really have to talk
May I
about
just
it?
say? May I propose a very hot take?
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. I do not think I don't think this is a the 45-47 unit. I'm not going to call it the Donald Trump unit. You
Well,
can't make me.
I mean, I won't make you, but it's not like there's
it's
some hidden subtext here. It says it on the side.
Yeah, I know, but let me explain. The fact is that I don't think the graphic design is necessarily the worst. It's a little much. I'll be honest with you. It's like it's very in your face. It's not subtle. It's not like the bicentennials of 50 years ago. But like I don't think it's bad. The only real issue is the fact that it's currently attached to our current president, who I think has been, for trying to keep things as apolitical as possible. He's been definitely having a go at running the presidency.
That's
and I
one
don't-
way.
Yeah,
to put it.
it's certainly there are a lot of things that you could say, and most of them are bad.
He's having a go at it.
Can I
He's
can
not-
I
Yes.
I have a different qualm. I have another qualm with this unit. Aside from the blue undercarriage, which I already talked about earlier on the other engine, um, why not just use the revolutionary flag for both sides? I get why they did the
Yeah.
revolutionary flag, but this,
I have an idea.
unless you are doing Strasbourg shenanigans, please make your paint scheme the same on both sides of your locomotive. Why?
Yes.
Or just do something that, or just do something that you've already done and continue the theme with the other two presidential units you've used.
that that is another that is that is a good point. We have the Abraham Lincoln unit and the George Bush unit here, and they both have schemes that are sort of palette swaps of one another. With the little swoosh behind the cab and the dividing line down the middle. Like I think the colors on the Abraham Lincoln unit are pretty solid. I like that arrangement. I'm not sure I love the. It definitely could have been worse, as we talked about earlier. The font they used for Abraham Lincoln on the side,
Well,
but
what gets me is that it's all like with the fact that it like what like it's lowercase. Like I understand that they
yeah,
capitalize the A
exactly.
and the M. Like again, it kind of, I hate to say this because again, like it's a smart looking unit, but it looks like a train's reskin that you'd find on the DLS.
If you put oh shoot, I broke the image rotation. If you put lowercase on a locomotive or on a rail car, it immediately looks unprofessional, I guess you could say.
Yes.
To
Whenever
be fair, there's
I
like
agree.
whenever we get a new locomotive and railroader on our largest railroader possible save, despite the fact that um, despite the fact that some of the stuff is going to scrap and I don't do the customization, I usually let other players do it because I want them to have some attachment to this terrible project. I will at least go in and change the text on the side from the name of the railroad with the first letter capitalized to the name of the railroad with all of the letters capitalized. That's like the bare minimum. And
yes.
I would think, I get it. Like looking at this side of the Abraham Lincoln unit, if I picture it in all caps, it looks like it's yelling. But then I go over to the George Bush unit, and it's in all caps, and it looks fine.
Might I just say that I think the George Bush unit might be like, you can think of him as you will as a president, but I think like the Air Force One scheme on the locomotive looks really good.
It's a good color
Yeah,
combo.
and honestly, and I think I kind of think it would have been better for the Trump unit to be in the Air Force because he's a president that actually had Air Force One, and Abraham Lincoln because for the time he didn't. I think that works, but
I,
you
I,
get what I mean, though.
What
Abraham
is
Lincoln
the
Rail
what
Force
is
One.
what is the significance of the colors on the Lincoln unit?
I don't know.
No
Like
clue.
it just looks like they're like, oh, let's do an SP unit, but for Abraham Lincoln.
You know what? You know what it might be.
What?
Oh, sorry. Continue. Sorry, Cody.
No, you go. You go ahead, and I'll bring in my 2 cents of what it could be.
It kind of looks like they were trying to do an homage to like those highly decorative 1860s steam locomotives, because
Yeah,
a lot
maybe.
of them used
Yeah.
like a lot of them used like a lot of reds. Like what is it actually? What is it? Pull up. What is it? Jarvis, pull up UP 119. Yeah. Here, you pull up
I,
119.
I have one
in-
of Eureka, if that
yeah,
could work as
but
well.
But if you look at UP, 119, the Union Pacific Inland Promontory, you can see that it's like a two-tone red. It's got the gray. It's the Russian iron boiler. It's got the gold that outlines the unit. It very much has a color palette very similar to it because that was just the standard rail livery of the day.
Yeah. I also
I could see that.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but Mossy gave his 2 cents in the public thread. Uh, As to why this
Um,
locomotive might be red, but it looks
Mine is
cool.
pretty close to what Mossy said.
Oh no.
Um, more of the Civil War that
Yeah,
happened.
that's true.
But
There's a
Yeah,
lot
I was
of
gonna say,
bloodshed around Abraham Lincoln.
looking at the tender of 119 and then looking at the Abe Lincoln unit, that would make sense.
It's a
I
shame
actually
that
have
Lincoln
some,
did not
Yeah.
live to see the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad.
so
Yeah.
He was
I have
at
some
the 150th, though. Remember?
No,
Yeah, he's just wandering. Yeah, there was an Abe Lincoln impersonator or reenactor, I guess, wandering around in the crowd.
he wouldn't have been a reenactor because a reenactor, Abe Lincoln in 1869, a reenactment of that would be pretty grisly, I think.
Mm.
He'd start
I
looking
have
like
some
somebody out of
great
the Fallout show.
No, it's
I
just
have
you and
some
Gmod. It's just a skeleton.
I have some great news for all parties.
Uh-oh.
119 actually has a not a Wikipedia, a Pooh's Adventures wiki article written about it. And the interesting trivia is Evan's twin brother and Jupiter's best friend. Heard it here for it, folks.
Oh my god.
So
Well,
there
anyway,
you go.
I do want to come back and say, before we move on from the Heritage Unit discussion, I want to come back to the 4547 for just a minute and say that I do agree that the way the flag is folding over and going down the side of the locomotive is really well done. Looks really cool. So,
Yeah.
it's got that going for it.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
from like a graphic design point, I like it. It's just the context of it.
Yeah. Well,
Like
Yeah,
you could have made it
and
anything else,
I-
but no, they decided to do that.
and
UP
I
is
also
going to curry
like
the favor.
how I also like how UP has also continued the at least one design language throughout them. On each of the presidential units, you can see for Abe Lincoln, you have a portrait, and then George Bush and the Trump unit, you have their crests
Anyway,
or presidential crest, which is just a neat touch.
we do need we need a Streamliners at Spencer event, but it's just all presidential units, like all the way from George Washington to the modern day. Or, maybe you could skip George Washington because he thought trains were dumb. You know, uh,
You're
Good
forgetting
luck
there
getting
is
You're forgetting that the George Bush unit is in a museum, and I don't know if it's able to be moved out of the museum.
oh, well, not with that attitude, it can't be.
Mr. Ellis,
Yeah.
I don't mean to. There is a George Washington Heritage Unit.
There is?
It's at the B&O. Look at it.
Oh, okay. That does make sense. Okay, well, yeah, we need to get that out as well.
It's
all
actually
right.
such a good looking engine. All right.
It is a good looking engine. Was
Give me
the Presidential Express book with cassette and little Brio powered train, right?
Yeah.
Mossy said in Terminus public thread, they said, "Give me 4646, the Biden
The
unit."
Biden unit. Wake up, Joe Biden. All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to discuss on this episode, Cody? Thank you for the thank you for the Heritage Unit news.
Yeah, I just saw those come up in another server that I was in. I'm like, someone hasn't posted in the Terminus podcast news yet. I'm gonna post it now, and then I'll possibly talk about it when the podcast happens.
Hey, I
So,
like the way you think. You hear that, audience member? You could be like that. All right. Thank you, Cody. We'll see you again soon.
Yep.
And Jader can let himself back in. His internet dropped. What else have we got in the news for this week? It seems to be fairly thin.
May I actually have a news article. It's kind of minor, but actually, you know what? So, okay, Ellis and TJ, I have a question for the both of you.
What's up?
Pick a number 1 through 4.
Okay. TJ, are you there? I guess they're not here.
Yeah, I was
oh,
just stepped away. I stepped away for like half a second to, well, a few seconds to spread some pizza dough, but
Well-
three.
3,
Hello?
Ellis.
hey,
Oh,
I was gonna go with 4. Jada, you get a number between 1 and 4?
2.
2. Okay.
2. Great. So, that means that I would like to talk about for $200, Alex or Ellis, Ellis Trebek. I'll put this into the public the public thread.
I'm not
So
paying you.
Rapido Trains UK, the UK arm of our beloved Rapido Trains, they're doing their own interpretation of the Railway Children.
Oh,
Cool.
So, for those who don't know, and like I don't blame anyone because the Railway Children is kind of a very, it's a very, it's like a cultural staple of the UK. It's kind of I'm trying to think of like an American companion. Did everyone here read Because of Winn-Dixie in middle school or elementary school?
No.
I never read it, but I did watch the movie for the Real List with Gloria back a few years ago.
Okay, so basically, the Railway Children, from what I understand, is like it's a very British story that I think resonates with the British population, and it's been very popular. It's been very popular for a lot of model manufacturers to do their own take of the titular railway in the Railway Children.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rapido is doing their own variant here with what looks to be a very, very stately, with a very stately green 060 with what appears to be some really nice, handsome coaches. I know this isn't really much to talk about, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
I like it.
I don't have strong feelings about it, but it's neat.
So I mean, I think it's one thing. Oh, sorry, go on, TJ. Not TJ. Sorry, Jader. Sorry.
No, I'm just clicking through it. Did they film some of it in like a train simulator?
I think that one shot that you're referring to that might actually just be a very good rendering.
Huh. Cool. Anyway, continue.
The reason I bring this up is because Rapido Trains UK is a little bit more, from what I understand, they do a lot more of these fun, whimsical packs, a little bit more than the US branch of the company.
Mhm.
And so the very interesting thing about this is that this is coming right after their Ivor the Engine pack. Are y'all familiar with Ivor
I
the Engine?
feel like that's been brought up
Heard.
before. I've heard the name before.
Okay, fair enough. No, fair enough. No, but I'll post a photo of this into the Terminus chat. Because I really, it's a damn shame. No, that's Terminus News. Wrong chat. Here it is. Terminus Podcast Public Thread. Here it is. The reason I post this is because it's a really good looking 060, and it's a shame that British stuff is mainly 00 scale.
Let me put this up on the screen. This is all well and good, but I cannot get over the coupler.
Yeah.
It's so big compared to everything else that's going on here. Hold on, let me I guess I left the slideshow up. I keep doing that. Oh, it's got a transparent background. That's really funny. All right, I'm leaving that up for a while. I didn't realize this was a PNG with a transparent background, so now you're just gonna get gigantic locomotive hovering over Boston. On the video there. So I mean, this is neat. This is, one of those that, Ryan, I assume that you're saying this because like it would be cool to have more small steam in HO.
Yeah, well, I think that's what everyone wants. Because like genuinely, as much as I love BLI, I love the work they do, but like, okay, do we really need another run of FEFs? Do we really need another Northern? Do we really need another Santa Fe Northern? Like, I think it would be really fun if we had the smaller engines that you kind of just putz around with on the branch line at Providence Northern with nary a care in the world.
I was gonna say the stuff that you can actually operate recently. I saw this. I don't remember where I read it not too long ago. Where like uh, a lot of like I think a lot of manufacturers keep doing big boys and challengers and all this stuff because despite the demand for small steam, it actually the big stuff actually sells.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
Unfortunate
That's
as
just
it is.
take it with a grain of salt.
that's what the metrics tell them.
Well, it's a shame because there's a lot of gaps that would be easily filled. And listen, I know we're probably not going to get those gaps filled in the American market. And if this little 060 was an HO scale model, I would probably buy it and then fit like a proper American style headlight, and I'd fit a cow catcher on it, and then proceed to get stoned to death. But I digress.
I
Yeah.
I there's probably another factor in play, and this is out of left field a little bit, but this just came to mind, which is physics, right? Uh, as
Heard of those?
yeah, I know, right? Scary. UK cars are smaller and lighter, and so you can still have intrigue with say a 5, 6, 7 or whatever, however long car train, with a small locomotive in 00 scale, because the cars are little and you can haul more of them. Whereas the same locomotive using American cars would only be able to haul 3 or 4. Uh, and so the American market leans towards larger engines because our cars are larger, which allows you to pull trains with more cars, or maybe the same cars as in the UK, but those cars are bigger and heavier. Uh,
I mean,
Fair
that's
enough,
true.
yeah, I think that if you have a layout and you want trains of a certain number of cars because you want a certain amount of intrigue, right? You want a certain number of things that you can spot in different industries. You can have that train be physically smaller if you're modeling the UK, and therefore use a smaller locomotive to pull it. Uh, and in the US, with the same number of cars, it would be much larger and heavier, and so you need a bigger locomotive in scale, because HO or O scale models don't pull like their real full size counterparts.
Fair enough.
So there may be that going on too. That's just a theory, but
A train theory.
a train theory. Yeah. So I'll take a breath for the moment and say once again to the audience, you can join us at theironhorseman.com/discord, and you can bring your own news or take some of ours. We always appreciate news links in Terminus News, our channel on the Discord, as well as links to stuff about train wrecks that we can cover for the Class 1 Mantle Responsibility. I want to put the spotlight on the Emery Rail Heritage Trust, and I'm just going to sort of go down the list here.
What have they done?
They have released their grants for the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
this seems fun. Go for it.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
It's actually quite a long list, so strap in. This year's recipients include, I'll just read this verbatim, the Adirondack Scenic Railroad, Utica, New York, $11,100 for the rehabilitation of a New York Central RS3, number 8223. To the Anthracite Railroads Historical Society, $10,000 to aid rebuilding the generator for an EMD F7B unit. To the Colebrook Dale, $25,000 for work on heating for the Pullman Woodland. For the Connecticut Electric Railway Association, $23.50 for the painting of interurban car number 303. To the Eldorado Western Railway, $1,000 to assist with repairs to its historic track. To the Fox River Trolley Association, $5,000 to help with seat rehab for their car number 20. To 4449, or the Friends of 4449, $10,000 for assistance with body and vent repairs for their dining car number 1349. To the Gold Coast Rare Museum, $11,000 for roof, window, and seat repairs, as well as painting for FEC Coach 136. To the Minnesota Transportation Museum in St. Paul, $20,000 for electrical and cooling system replacements for passenger cars. To the Nashville Steam Preservation Society, $45,000 for electrical components for 576. That's the NCSTL Northern that we were talking about, I believe, last week. To the N&W Business Car 300 Preservation Society. God, I wonder what this is for. $7,000 for window repairs. Actually, it's for a Pullman for Hollins College. North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer, $5,000 for work on a combine. To the Oregon Rail Heritage Foundation, $27,000 for piston cylinders and crossheads for ORN 462 number 197. To the Pacific Southwest Railway Museum in Campo, California, $10,000 to help with mechanical refurbishment and restoration of XSP GP9 3709. To Railways to Yesterday, Rock Hill Furnace, Pennsylvania, $5,000 for seat reupholstery of their interurban car number 315. To the Smoky Hill Railway and Historical Society in Belton, Montana. I think that's Montana. MO. No, Montana's MT. MO is Missouri. $10,000 for painting of a GP9. Tri-State Railway Historical Society in Morristown, $10,000 for rewiring of DL&W F3A 663.
That's
yeah.
one of the Steamtown ones, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Watauga Valley Railroad Historical Society in Johnson City, Tennessee, $15,550 to help with truck repair on ex-Clinchfield Railroad office car number 100. To the Westchester Railroad Heritage Association in Westchester, Pennsylvania, $5,000 for repairs of ex-Reading cars 9114 and 9124. And finally, for the Western Michigan Society for Industrial Heritage in Coopersville, Michigan, $15,000 to help repair and painting of ex-Canadian National coaches 5180 and 5208. That list went on longer than I thought, but that's quite a lot of stuff. That's a total of $250,000. These recipients were selected from a list of 32 applicants, which were seeking almost $1 million in total. So this is quite a list of stuff, and it's a lot of passenger car stuff. A lot of passenger car and trolley car stuff, which is kind of I didn't expect that. I expected more like large marquee projects, although doing the cylinders and stuff for 197. I like how ORHF indirectly got 2 separate grants. But yeah, that is a long list. Did anything else did anything jump out to any of you guys?
That there was no 2-foot.
Oh yeah, that's true. We need to apply. There's a link on here to apply for the next round. I wonder if the WWF has ever applied.
I think we got one last year.
Oh, did we? Okay. Applications for the next round of grants will be due not later than February 1st, 2027. If you're a part of a heritage organization and you're seeking an Emory grant, you can find the details in this article, which is in the cargoes in the description. That's like 3 layers down. But that is quite a lot of stuff. I would love to know what's going on with the F unit at Steamtown. 663.
I mean, I'm sure Casey can speak at great length about this, but from what I understand, like, haven't both of them always been like a bit of a basket case?
That was my understanding. Hopefully this helps the basket case a little bit.
And hopefully, I was gonna say, hopefully it becomes like, instead of like a basket case, something like a plastic bag case or something like that.
Is that an improvement?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because a basket is a little bit more solid. A plastic bag can kind of like be a little more translucent and,
Oh,
is a little less,
is the implication to make it go away so that there's no
yes,
case at all?
exactly.
That would make sense. Uh,
Yeah, I know that was so forced. I am so sorry.
no, you're trying.
Um,
Also the 45,000 for NCN STL 760, 576. Sorry, that's specifically for electrical components. So that's interesting. I mean, they have made a lot of progress on that locomotive.
a significant amount. I
Mhm.
thought it was. I'm just wondering where they get the money to hand out these grants from.
Um, well, it was created by a fellow named John Emery, and I guess he just had a lot of money. I mean, it's from a trust, so maybe it's just a huge chunk of change that's like whatchamacallit. That's
Compounding.
yeah, it's gathering interest and they shave a little off the top to give out every year.
That was not bad actually.
Hmm.
Maybe. That's my assumption. Somebody needs to be our person on the inside, get in with the John Emery Trust and see how they work.
The
Hello, yes, I'm looking to film a documentary about the John Emery Trust. Please take footage of all your sensitive documents. Thank you.
We just need to see the
there's
meetings.
exactly. We need to be in the room where it happened.
I need all of your Zoom recordings from the last month.
I will be making a 4.5 hour documentary, with no narration and no music.
No
just,
narration,
uh,
no real editing, nothing interesting. No,
just
I was okay. I was. This is totally a tangent, but I was absolutely swept up by that documentary. I don't know how. I don't know what, but it clicked. I
it
was like,
was
you
it
know
was
what?
nice to
I'm
have
doing this.
in the just like to occupy a corner of your mind. What was the name of that again?
It was called City Hall.
Okay, City Hall. If you have a link, I will add that to the cargoes because that was a really cool documentary. Just going through the like inner workings of city government. Um, and I know you guys watched like a trolley video before that I missed.
Yes.
Which was by the same people who did the Rocky
Rocky
Mountain
Mountain Express.
Express. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, which
the Rocky Mountain Express. That's a class act documentary.
It is, and the if I may say so myself, the trolley one was, albeit a little more heavy-handed on the narrative that it was trying to tell. It was, I think it was better.
it was pretty good. I gotta say it was pretty good. Honestly, I
I
think they
thought,
just need someone to
go ahead.
do. I think they need someone to work on their titles a little bit. The Rocky Mountain Express so does not grab me. I don't know what
No,
about that title, but it's just like, oh, the Rocky Mountain Express. Okay, yeah,
no, it's
cool,
not.
whatever.
It's not even descriptive really of the movie, because the movie is about like the construction of the Transcon,
Hmm.
and it like they tell different aspects of the construction by, like, when the locomotive passes through that area. So like when they do the spiral tunnels, they show footage of the locomotive going into the spiral tunnels, like that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Hold
Oh,
on,
it's
let me
not
get
even
the.
the Rocky Mountain Express. It's just
No,
Rocky
it's
Mountain
just Rocky Mountain
Express.
Express. Yeah,
There's
which
I will say
not all,
um
but most of these are for most of the videos by this production company are free on Amazon. That's how we watch the trolley as well. The best one, Super Speedway, which is uh, Mario Andretti driving around an Indy car with an IMAX camera on it, is not on Amazon, unfortunately.
What were you gonna say, Ryan?
no, I was gonna say I have very fond, like, despite the fact it's a very generic name, I have very fond memories of the Rocky Mountain Express.
It's a great
Uh,
movie. We watched it again last night, and it was like the story it tells is really interesting. It's really well done as well, I would say.
I still
I
get to
know it's definitely worth it. The cool thing is, I think I saw it way back when in Vancouver when it was playing at their science museum.
Jader,
Yes,
you and I could watch it
I,
because
s-
I didn't get to see it
I saw it
either.
Oh
at
yeah.
the Franklin Institute IMAX in Philly.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah,
The
if it ever comes back around to IMAX here, it might be worth checking out. I mean, and this is a note just for the podcast generally, right? Don't be afraid we can go on tangents. And TJ, you spent a long time looking at like the camera rigs for the filming
Oh
of
yeah,
Rocky Mountain Express.
I'll find that documentary. Yeah,
The
or that
documentary
article.
on the documentary.
No, they wrote a little like production journal style article about the making of the movie, and it the some of the I mean they're shooting it on 60 millimeter or 70 millimeter film, like Kodak film, uh, and attaching that to the sides, the top, and the front of the locomotive and a helicopter as well. Which I just realized, I'm just looking back now, it's a helicopter that they used to film ski videos because it has K2 Snow on the side, which is a ski brand.
Cool.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's like it's incredible. Some of the best cinematography in a train documentary that I've ever seen. Um, and the way they custom built all these rigs and they like learned as they went and all this sort of stuff, and um, it's really neat to see a combination of like I don't know if I'd call it innovative filmmaking, but definitely like outside the box filmmaking combined with my other special interest, which is trains. It's like super, super cool. Because I was, the impetus for this was I was talking about wanting to attach a camera to the locomotives at the WNF. And I was
Always
like, oh, I
comes
wonder
back
how,
around.
like, I was like, oh, I wonder how other people do this. Like, I wonder if there's like any notes I could take from other people. And I found this article, and it definitely gives you some good insight. That's for sure.
And might I just say, 2816 is a really pretty engine.
It is. They do a great job. They also, the coolest thing I would say, other than the cinematography and how they did it, would be the fact that they did another charter just for like another special excursion just to record sound.
Oh, really?
And so the audio in the movie is so good and so like there like they had to have put a microphone next to all the different like parts of the engine because like you could hear everything, like the rod clank, the air compressor, like stuff from inside the cab like rattling and shaking as the train's going at like 80 miles an hour or whatever. Like it's so
That's
good.
so
It's
cool.
the
I
sound design. I think it won an award, I think, for having the best sound design at some like Canadian Film Awards. But it's a really neat rabbit hole that I went down the other day.
That's
You
fantastic.
were about to say, Jader?
what?
You were about to say something?
No, I really need to see this.
Yeah, ain't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did want to touch on one more. I don't know how many more news items that we have the space for between now and the end of the show. I'm not sure if there's going to be a post show today. There was a bunch of locomotive versus stuff yesterday, and I have to go and see if I can fix the railroader modding situation. But so then we could run a little bit over, but I do want to talk about this article that we got about the Glenbrook Vintage Railway, where there was a explosion of some kind in the engine compartment. Um, this is a steam powered railroad. This is in
New Zealand?
Australia, New Zealand. Yeah, it's I see the flag. I should recognize that flag. Um, it's either Australia or New Zealand.
Could it be New South Wales? No, that's Australia, I think.
It's Australia. Yeah. Um, and I want to like the thing I want to say is that all of the information that is circulating around this right now is not credible. Uh, there has been no official statement by the railroad of what happened or why it happened. Um, one person was taken to the hospital. There has been a lot of speculation. There have been a series of articles and posts using AI generated images showing like the train on fire, showing fire trucks and people running around and
Oh my god.
just
Of
like
course.
yeah, it's like debris everywhere, the front of the engine blown open, uh none of these are real photos. None of them. I have not seen a single photo of this event that is that is confirmed to be credible. And one person was injured. I don't want to go too far down the speculation rabbit hole, but there's a number of things that could be. It's probably not a full-on boiler explosion, right? They could have popped it.
If you wish.
Yeah, yeah. Well, somebody was hurt, so I'm not gonna get on that. I'm not gonna get on that right now. But they could have popped a tube. They could have popped a sight glass. They could have had. I don't know if this is coal fired or oil fired. I'm going to guess coal. But if it was oil fired, they could have had a little blowback into the cab. Um, there's a number of things that could have happened. It's not. Honestly, the fact that we aren't seeing a million pictures and video of the aftermath tells me that it's not something that serious.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate that somebody got injured. I hope they have a full recovery, and I hope it's quick and not very painful. But yeah, I don't think this was some major catastrophe, and definitely do not just like take the first thing you see at face value. Our friends over at Twerp are also going to put out a video about this. They will probably have more information because this is for us a very immediately developing story. But they're probably going to say more or less the same things, which is there is no confirmation unless they have confirmation then. But like, there's a whole bunch of AI generated images circulating around this. Don't just trust the first thing you see on the internet. And that includes us. We don't have answers. We just that's speculation. All we know is that something happened and somebody was hurt.
No, trust us with your lives and send us money.
Well, you can do that if you want. You can buy trading cards, theironhorseman.com.
Say the thing.
Links in the description. I know. I always forget to plug the trading cards. We don't have much left in stock right now, so I haven't been plugging it as much. The last thing I want to do is to see an order and then go into the box and the box is empty and have to cancel somebody's order and say like, sorry, we don't have anything. But yeah, that's my piece of news that I alluded to earlier that I felt like we needed to talk about. I don't really actually, I don't want to share the AI generated images because like they don't need to be circulated more because somebody's not going to see the context and is going to just share them and be like, oh my god, look, it exploded.
Yeah, I was about to say this is it's not the I haven't heard anything about this, but I'd imagine that the I don't know, I'm trying to there's a word that I can use to describe it, but it's not very advertiser friendly, so I won't use it. But the AI echo chamber, there we go. The AI echo chamber has a tendency, like it's like, and this is just even like removing this event, but just like in terms of greater, in the greater role of society, the amount of just genuine slop that is now circulating on like Facebook and I mean less so Instagram, but like it's genuinely disheartening because it's just it's nothing. It's genuinely nothing.
It's come, it comes out of nothing, right? It's just made up from nothing. And you have, there are more and more news sites which just generate articles out of thin air, right? You get a handful of sentences that don't tell you much, and a picture, and some of these pictures are just straight up AI generated, and then other potential sources copy those, thinking that's a credible source, and it just compounds the diversion from reality. And it's like you have to be careful about this, and the sites that survive on getting clicks have no interest in being careful about this. I was looking up stuff for the Mount Washington cog, and Google just in the list of all the regular images, Google just served me like a random AI image, uh, of like a procession of steam dummies coming down the mountainside, uh, and I was like, I know, because I know this, like because I know the other details. I know that that's not real, and of course there are tells in AI images that you can get good and pick up on, but not everybody is good at that, and I'm honestly, personally, not very good at that. Um, but it's like I know this is inaccurate, right? So I know it must be just born out of thin air. Uh, so you have to be careful with stuff like that, especially with stuff like this that is able to be made sensational. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Haven't, are we past that?
Something. You really think people would do that? Just get on the internet and tell lies?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Um,
Remember when your teachers were all obsessed with telling you not to believe things you read on Wikipedia?
Yes.
Yeah, no, Wikipedia is the last good website.
I was gonna say, like, isn't it so funny now that like the only trustworthy source of like fairly trustworthy source of information is Wikipedia, like using the sources that Wikipedia finds because they're not like AI bullshit.
Yeah, you need to be a human to edit Wikipedia, and like the power of Wikipedia is dozens of people making sure that the other person isn't wrong, like
Yeah.
trying to prove each other wrong.
Actually, hold on.
My favorite
Stop.
my
Hold on.
favorite Wikipedia Easter egg is the talk tab because you can see the stuff that wasn't good enough to make it in.
Oh, P.S. I don't mean to. Well, on the topic of Wikipedia, if you direct your attention to the Terminus podcast public thread,
Sorry, the thing you're posting after that. Don't believe
Um,
everything you read on the internet, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, it's funny because we wrap all the way back around to Abraham Lincoln.
well, I was about to say I don't know many people know this, but Wikipedia actually has a merch store.
They do.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Welcome to
It's
Wikipedia
actually
store.
it's actually really cool. They've got like cool hats and like totes
Kinda cool.
and yeah, like they got a whole pin collection dedicated. Like they have a Wikimedia Commons pin, which I might buy.
That's kind of sick, actually.
Oh yeah, they got like the
Everything needs a store, right? We've got the MBTA store. Now we need this.
Actually, that reminds me.
The MBTA gift store in outside of Davis Square or outside of Porter Square is honestly such a great spot. They don't just have MBTA stuff, it's like a whole like map store for like transit and railroad history. So they have like SP maps and like Santa Fe maps and like timetables from like the Great Northern. Like they have like they have it divided by like location and states and
That sounds like such an
railroad.
awesome store. What the fuck? Let's go on a field trip.
We
Yeah.
did
I
on
haven't been.
We stopped on the way to Grendel's Den on the little Boston excursion we had for the Big E.
Do they sell stickers?
They sell stickers, they sell old signs, they sell like artifacts like trolley, like they have like the rolls that like roll between the destinations on a trolley.
The
They
roll
have
signs.
those. Yeah.
So
Like, they have all kinds of cool stuff.
this sounds like the perfect. This sounds like the perfect marriage between like 21st century transit foamer and genuinely cool knickknack store.
Yeah, it is. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
What's it called? What's it called?
It's called the MBTA Gifts, but it's like presented by Ward Maps, which is like a chain of map stores, I believe. But this
well,
one's
I
like
think
centered
we're-
mostly around the MBTA.
MBTA
I think
gifts
we're
official.
going-
This is their website, right? Or is it a
They've
different
got
one?
cool.
Because
They've
I remember going on here and looking for, like, I couldn't find stickers. I think I was just struggling to use the website, but I could not find like bumper stickers.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
they
that's
have
cool.
that.
That's what
I
I
don't know.
need. I need a bumper
stickers
sticker.
and tattoos right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just
Okay.
failing to use the website the other day, I guess.
Why is this so funny to me?
Oh
that
my
the,
god.
that the MBTA is a gift shop.
No, this.
What?
It's a Boston Bruins Zamboni, but as a bigger buffalo.
Oh, that's so good.
Just imagine like
Come on.
your wood, your wooden Thomas or whatever, dragging that around.
I'm here
Well,
for
yeah,
it.
don't you know you have to get the rails cleared from from Gordon. You have to get the rails cleared off of Gordon's Hill. You know, you need to. The freight must
Exactly.
get through.
Does it snow much on Sodor?
I mean, seeing how they have to, I mean, seeing how they have a Christmas special, or hold on, sorry, for like the longest time they would do very overtly Christmas episodes, but they couldn't call it Christmas, so they just said the winter holidays.
Oh,
So
they canceled Christmas. You can't say Merry Christmas anymore. Oh,
Christmas is real.
so I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing, I'm not here to make a statement on that, but that's just like what I know happened. So there was no such thing as a Christmas episode. Wasn't really like they would have themes of Christmas. Thomas would be delivering a tree, and there'd be the need to deliver a star, and suddenly Sir Topham Hatt would be dressed up as as a red man, a red
Red man.
the red man with the big sack.
Lenin.
No, the Santa Claus. Santa Claus, but they could never like. I think it was because of the corporate, not the corporate man. Well, what is it? No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off on a tangent.
No,
here.
this is. Never be afraid to go off on a tangent on this show. This is tangent central. All right. If people want like distilled rare news, they can go watch Twerp. This is the other show. This is the secondary news stream.
But it's again like it does. So snow does happen on Sodor, because they always have to have a winter holiday episode.
All right, we've got another hand up in the audience. It's Cody again. Hold on, let me let Cody back in. Cody, what's your favorite Thomas the Tank Engine holiday episode?
Well, no. What I was raising my hand up is to say, as a Thomas Foamer, yes, it did snow quite a lot, both in the books and the show on Sodor. However, the reason why for the U.S. narration they always said the winter holidays is because they couldn't say Thanksgiving.
What?
I guess they don't have Thanksgiving there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to bundle everything into one. I mean, I guess. So, this is sort of a definite tangent. Thanksgiving is like when it's appropriate to start saying Happy Holidays, right? You know, you could say Happy Holidays for about a month. I feel like the real butter zone for Happy Holidays is right around Christmas and New Year's, but it's not out of place if you say it at like the end of November. Right?
Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Let's back up here a moment. Canadian Thanksgiving is earlier in November, right?
Right, but Sodar's not in Canada.
Wait. But hold on. Your point about saying Happy Holidays.
What?
Theoretically, the holiday season could begin as early as October 31st.
Oh yeah, you can put include Halloween in the winter holidays.
Yeah, Happy Holidays.
Then
It's
Black
all,
Friday, Black
Yeah,
Friday, New Year's.
And it goes. You can extend it all the way to Valentine's Day.
I mean, listen, the world is your oyster.
The real
world
upsetting
is
thing
your
is once you
oyster.
get through Valentine's Day and there's like no holidays for a while. I mean, I guess you get St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, Memorial Day.
Well, actually,
Memorial Day is
St.
all the way in May.
Hold on, can the day
Yeah.
that McDonald's introduces
April
the
Fool's Day?
Shamrock Shake be a holiday?
No, that's how you know that that we're
no.
getting to St. Patty's Day.
Oh, Easter,
Yeah.
Flag Day, Mother's Day, Arbor Day.
What is okay? Hold
Father's
on.
Day.
Hold the phone.
Everything has got.
What is Flag Day? Listen, I know I'm kind of new to this whole American thing, but what is I have never heard of Flag Day before in my life. What is
Okay,
Flag
I can
Day?
actually.
For the record,
I can
Flag Day is
actually
all the way
answer
in
this
June.
question. So Flag Day is, I believe, when we officially nail down the country's flag, basically.
What do you mean nail down?
When
Is
we
it getting
first
crucified?
adopted the
At first
13 star flag.
Yeah, commemorates the
Yeah.
adoption of the flag.
Oh.
There's also a movie
Yeah.
called Flag Day that came out in 2021. A father lives a double life as a counterfeiter, bank robber, and con man in order to provide for his daughter. That's the
I see.
synopsis. It's got
I-
a 5
I
point.
always
It's
Fly
got
the American
5.5
flag on
out of 10
Flag Day,
stars.
and do you normally fly the American flag on Flag Day? And if so, will you do so this year?
Is that are you
Actually,
getting a survey?
I don't know.
No, it's r/ask an American.
Oh,
So
true.
so
Oh.
I actually know the correct answer to that. It is actually because the only reason why I actually know the correct answer is because I am a Boy Scout. I got my eagle.
Nice.
So essentially it is so if you know how to properly retire the American flag, that is a day in which you do the proper retire. Like,
Okay.
that is
That's when you take down your old busted tattered flag and retire it using the with proper procedure, and you put up a new one.
Correct.
Neat.
Wait, retire? Like, are we taking it to like Mattress Firm and getting it a new mattress or something?
No,
Who's
no,
present?
you have to like
more like burn it down.
yeah. Ironically, the proper way to retire a flag is in fact to set it on fire. At least for the American flag. I mean, a lot of places use flags that are made of non-flammable materials, which makes giving it a Viking funeral much more difficult.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's ceremoniously burn it down, not like what people did at during
The War of 1812.
other. No, I'm talking about more recent history.
Well, it's a proper form of protest. But yeah, it's also you're saying that we're retiring this flag, as in we don't like what it stands for right now, which is to come back to where we started. Anyway, all right. Well, I appreciate the flag insights. There is maybe one more thing
You're
that I
welcome.
want to touch on before we start wrapping up the show. But Cody, we'll see you around. We have one more article that piqued my interest. Oh, and of course, I can't read the whole damn thing because I'm not subscribed to Florida Today.
Why not?
Talk about a new subscription I do not want to be a part of.
Mhm.
Brightline is experiencing record high ridership.
Oh, that actually, because isn't there kind of a partial government shutdown right now?
Yeah, nobody in the TSA is getting paid.
Oh, that's no good.
No, well, it's because the TSA is tied to funding for the DHS, right? Which also funds ICE, and naturally, there's a little bit of controversy around that. To put it mildly, ICE is out there doing terrible things to American citizens and non-American citizens, and there's a fight in Congress about the funding for it because the administration just wants to continue shoveling money at their private police force. And the TSA agents who are just trying to do their jobs are completely caught in the crossfire, and they're causing record delays at airports. And of course, now gas is through the roof because of other things that are going on. And so people are taking the train more.
Let me just say, I'm glad I bought my Amtrak ticket early for my trip in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, actually, Alice, you make an incredible point. Actually, this could. I mean, it's not going to be prolonged, but like, I don't know if Amtrak posts their ridership by quarters, but it might be very interesting to watch this one. Oh, actually, hold the fucking phone.
Okay.
I don't mean to swear. Fun opportunity approaching, but
Uh-oh.
there's a fun opportunity approaching.
I'm
but
scared.
How quickly is it
Oh.
gonna be here, please?
No,
On the edge of my seat, Ryan.
I'm hanging one fun if by land and two
It's,
funs if by sea.
it's almost here. It's almost here.
Fun opportunities. So
Is it arriving or approaching?
It's no. I realized my fun opportunity was so. I realized it's so multi-layered that I can't say it.
What?
What? So we're not
No,
gonna
if I- 'cause
know?
I guess we'll never
No, if
get
I
our
said-
phone
if-
opportunity. It'll never
No,
be
if I
here.
said my fun opportunity, then that means I wouldn't get to participate in the fun Amtrak game. That's the issue.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh.
don't look at that. Don't look at the fun
Yeah, no,
opportunity.
no,
The fun opportunity
no,
is
'cause-
approaching from my end.
Yeah. No, because I was going to say because I got a text from a friend who's an Amtrak employee that there's some shenanigans going on.
Oh no.
So no, but I was gonna say no. I am hoping that I would love for there to be a general shift. I understand it's like kind of impossible with the way the long distance network is arranged, but for like as a fun thought experiment, it would be so awesome. It would be so cool if like passenger trains, like long distance passenger trains in the United States we're starting to be taken a little bit more seriously than they already are.
It would be nice. I would love to
Yeah.
see at least more corridor services to supplant
Build the
to
train
help
through
out the people
Central
that
Ohio, you fucking coward.
yeah, well, to supplant the people that are using that have long car commutes and could instead do it in a train or are doing day trips and stuff like that.
Can confirm that it's much better to commute on your long commute by train than by car.
Yes, and
I also have an anecdote. Yesterday, my friend and I were talking, and she revealed to me that she took the train down to her most recent trip in New York. And she said, "I can't
Nice.
believe I've never taken the train before. That was so much better than driving."
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another one for the trains.
She said she was. I was like, "Weren't the seats comfortable?" And then she's like, "Yeah, like it was great. You could try." I was like, "Those were designed by Raytheon." Ha ha.
Got him. Bryce just came in. He goes, "My Amtrak sense was tingling." Yeah, we were just talking about Amtrak doing cool things. We're actually about to wrap up. But have you know what, Bryce? If you're there, I see you in the audience there. If you want to come in for a second, I do have one question for you that is relevant to this discussion, which is
Gotta be great.
welcome to the show, Bryce.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. Sorry I joined at the tail end, but it's okay.
That's all right.
Listener, a long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't mean to. Am I allowed to say your profession on the air?
Yeah, sure.
You work on the Downista. And have you noticed a uptick in passenger counts as gas prices have gone up?
It depends.
Depends.
Like so our first two trains of the day, as I said, I work for the Downeaster, Brunswick to Boston. So our first two trains of the day are our they're classified as like our commuter trains.
Mm-hmm.
And then so essentially the first four, because the first two are for the crews or for the people going into work. The next two are for people going home after work. But yeah, there has been, and overall, everyone's just said the same thing of like just the other day I worked and somebody had taken the train for the first time. They're like, "This is so great! I'm going to Mass General. I got some stuff I got to take care of." But I always drove. Well, today I didn't want to drive, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take the train. And we've always had positive feedback. And actually, we are the number one most rated state sponsored service
Oh hell yeah!
on the Amtrak system.
I had no idea. That's really cool.
Yeah, we have really good metrics up this way, even though half the time everything's broken.
Well, you're hard pressed to find where it's not. I did decide to pull up Downeaster from Boston to Brunswick tomorrow, and there are still seats left at $33. So it seems like the price shock hasn't hit Amtrak.
Just
Uh,
a quick question.
what's up?
How long is the Downeaster trip? Like, how long does it take from one end to the other?
It takes like 3.5 hours.
That sounds like a fun trip to me.
It is a fun trip.
And actually, we are the cheapest. We have the cheapest rates in the whole country.
Yeah,
currently.
it's very reasonable. I love taking the Downeaster because it means I don't have to get
never
stuck.
changes.
Yeah, the price never changes. It means I don't have to get stuck in Friday night outbound for Boston traffic while I'm trying to get to the WWF. And you can just sit back and like take a nap or read or enjoy the main sourced cuisine in the cafe car.
There's
I-
main source cuisine. What?
Yeah, red hot dogs.
Yeah, they got the red snappers and hot
You
dogs.
get the good hot dogs, yeah.
Good hot dogs.
This is
I actually had
this
a
is news.
passenger. I actually had a passenger complain to me one day about the price of the ticket,
What?
and I
Complain it
told
was
him
too low.
like, no, complain it was a lot. They're like, why is it $30? And I'm like, well, it's just as much money to take the bus half the time, and now you're at the mercy of traffic, like a lot more traffic than what we have to deal with. And then I kindly told them, I was like, if you try to go the same distance, which it's about 140 miles, at a South Station, that ends you up, I think, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was like New Haven, roughly. That New Haven is the same distance time-wise, less so distance-wise, and it's like $180.
Yeah, stuff on the Northeast Corridor is very expensive, but also $30 to go from Boston to Brunswick is really reasonable, to be honest. I mean, it's no like $5 megabus fare, but the megabus doesn't have a cafe car.
That's true.
So
It's also just not comfortable.
I've unfortunately had to take Concord Coach on crosstowns to South Station and Southampton Street Yard to pick up equipment, and if I never have to ride a bus again in my entire life, it'll be too soon.
I'm checking Northeast Regional from Boston South Station to New Haven tomorrow is $56 for the early morning train that leaves at 6:10 a.m. That's about 2 hours 31.
Yeah, the corridor, like the prices fluctuate. Sometimes they're like egregiously out of pocket, and sometimes it's like, wow, that's actually extraordinarily affordable. This is amazing. And then there's times where it's like, oh my god, my wallet's screaming in pain.
I had
I don't understand. I feel like there's like no rhyme or reason to it either. Like
It's literally just considered what's quote a quote rush hour.
I got a $20 Acela fare from like Providence to DC or something crazy like that at one point, and it's just like
How?
it's
Hold
just
on,
like
explain how.
because
How
I
do
don't
you
know,
do
the
that?
stars aligned and the algorithm was like, you want some cheap train tickets?
Hold on,
I can get a
what,
$32 coach seat. Like coach seats for tomorrow between Boston and New Haven go between $32 on the low end to $75, $103 on the high end, and then a bunch of them are, well, a bunch of these are Acela, so there are no coach seats. But
May I ask a question for Admiral Ellis?
what's up?
The Alcella terminates at South Station, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that was
Sorry,
your question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I was just I'm wondering because I've plugged in tickets between DC and Boston for the Acela on Sunday, August 16th, which,
mhm.
as you can imagine, a little bit of timeout. These are still insanely expensive.
Sometimes it just be like that. I've also noticed that with the new pricing algorithm, sometimes the prices will come down right before the day of because I don't know. I guess they just want to get those tickets out the door. That's what they figured people will pay. Well, anyway, we're gonna start wrapping up the show here. Bryce, thank you for coming on. You're welcome on any time to share the Amtrak news. We are here every Sunday from 5 to 7, give or take. Move him back to the audience. Now, to my co-hosts, I must ask. Oh,
Yes.
so Cody's already ahead of me. I must ask, what are your guesses, without looking, what are your guesses for the latest train on Amtrak?
I'm gonna go northbound Floridian.
Northbound Floridian. Okay.
I'm gonna take that same guess.
Okay, you're splitting it. Okay. Northbound Floridian. You can't share the pot, by the way. If you win, you're gonna have to, rock paper scissors, for all $0 you're getting.
Oh,
Jader.
Um, let's do Westbound Empire Builder.
Westbound Empire Builder. Let's start with that because there's one that's way down here by Chicago. Westbound Empire Builder is 9 minutes early at Columbus, Wisconsin. There are no other Westbound Empire
Damn.
Builders on the system. It's just that one. The northbound Floridian, let's see, there's one down north of Kissimmee, Florida, 36 minutes late. There is also one in Martinsburg, West Virginia, that is 1 hour and 3 minutes late when it left there. Some honorable mentions today: an Ethan Allen Express, which is 4 hours late at Yonkers, New York. It's a northbound. It left New York 3 hours and 57 minutes late. Don't know what happened there.
I'm gonna try and catch it tonight.
Oh, good luck. We also have a Southwest Chief to LA that's 3 hours and 12 minutes late, and a Texas Eagle that's 4 hours and 51 minutes late, as well as a eastbound Empire Builder that's 3 hours and 58 minutes late. But tonight's biggest loser is the Sunset Limited to New Orleans, 5 hours and 5 minutes late at Houston, Texas.
Oof.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
I don't know. It left LA on time. It picked up half an hour between Ontario and Palm Springs, California. It picked up another hour before it got to Yuma, another hour before it got to Maricopa, and then from then it just has been slowly getting later and later and later. Although between San Antonio and Houston, it picked up 3 hours of delay. So I don't know. It screams of being absolutely gutted by dispatch for your entire ride. So, Sunset Limited activities. Poor guy. Hopefully it is that and not some sort of recurring mechanical fault.
What
so,
is it? May I say one quick anecdote real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So back in the 60s when the Southern Pacific was purposefully trying to, kill their passenger trains, one of their favorite tactics was to make the ride like abhorrently miserable for all parties on board. So one such example was they put the Sunset Limited in a hole, like in a hole in the middle of nowhere, Texas, for 12 hours and completely
God.
forgot about it.
Why? Just to torture the passengers?
What passengers?
They ran out of food and like everyone was pissed, as you can imagine.
And this was also what, like probably the 60s?
Yeah, so you had an automat and that was it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The automat is empty.
It's like a 3-car train: a baggage car, a coach, and an automat lunch car. That's that's rough. But yeah, I'm sure both of the passengers were really annoyed. Anyway, it's time for us to wrap up. Thank you, 3, for joining me, and thanks to everyone who's popped in and out of the audience over the course of today. If you liked this show, feel free to like this show and subscribe if you want more, please. Maybe I don't need to add the please there. I'm really trying to work it in a way that is not super YouTuber obnoxious. And thanks, of course, to the folks who run this camera at the Boston Museum of Science. That was pretty cool. And to Steve and Wes who run the Locobase. Without you, we wouldn't have the trading cards. Just thanks all around. The train will terminate at this